Cairo Santos for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. He goes out of bounds on the return. And this will be a touchdown, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Throw right side hauled in by Komet. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Williams on the play action. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Chicago first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's
go now. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
First down, here's Swift. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. DeAndre Swift. So that right there, Brock, exactly what you want to start off a contest.
Opening drives are such tone setters. You come out flat as a group, maybe go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, but here they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
30-yard run.
First and 10 now from the 30.
13, Pioneer. Here we go, here we go. Hurt.
Slot man motioned over. Here's Swift to start the drive. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
That's cut at the 25. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Running with Swift out of the gun.
Fuck, right.
Space to the left. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears finish off their opening drive. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 28. Swift hauls it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. These two NFC North teams have played one so... We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They're looking at a borderline gimme 3rd down here. Running behind center with Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Throwing now, off play action. Escapes the pocket. Short pass caught by his tight end. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, Williams. He's got him, that's Swift. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 42 yards. That's good for the Chicago Bears.
1st down throw by Williams. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go.
Man in motion here. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. This is ahead for about 5. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears in possession.
Ready up.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Warriors 70. Go.
Williams from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Toss play, Swift. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears get some late points and the lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
On the set.
First and 10 now from the 30.
19 right. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Williams to throw. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Let's go now.
They motion a receiver left. Williams set to pass. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Panther 11.
After the pick, here's Williams. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's complete inside the 35. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Trying again, following the snap. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak
It's
that
over
throw in.
now. Say it's over. It's over now.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Man in motion, out of the slot.
Trap 60.
On 4th down, it's Williams. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And the Bears might be able to get some points late.
Was crumbling. Bye, go to lobby. I'm the Bears.
I came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks, the A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, love my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Nobu, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Look at my VIP. Snicker my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich took his chick out. We talking start like ball, high, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day,
Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville.
Tell me he ain't talking. Steph ain't got no game. I'm about to show it to him. The whole world.
We big dogs, nigga.
Sound like a little kitten. Yeah, I quit too. You heard me again, right?
Passport stamp, let's do the money dance. Backhand, friends, international man. Take a trip with a pilot, I tell you when we land. You know I'm down with the whales, I beat by the sand. In the wind, what you doing? We kung fu and I beat it up. They never heard me on the beat when it's speeded up. 100 racks on the plate, she gon' eat it up. Yeah, I'm all in, like all night. Throw the racks up. And if you take a shot, make sure you hold the ball right. 1-800, yeah, bad, my type. My type, yeah, it's my type. I love the way that she put it all on me. The best things don't come for free.
100 racks, she be dancing. 100 racks, she should take chances. 100 racks, she's in this bed. 100 racks, she can get this all night. All night. All night.
You can tell when it's Tokyo, it's all heat. Don't ride in the back, jump in the front seat. By the end of the night, she gon' love me. She don't even know me, she wanna hug me. It's a vision, little baby, I'm moving cozy. Most solid in the game, he can't fold me. How you do it, it's so fluid, let's get to it. If you want something, gotta commit to it. This is something that jam to and sip to it. I can show you how to do it, take you right to it. Made of whales and it got a twist to it. This ain't Big Shine, but I'm making good.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And this opening dynamic kick. Going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy going to the air right away. And incomplete to open things up.
We have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Flush to his right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
I said that was a pick.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Come on, big fucking cornbread.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Play action. Now Williams. He'll buy some time right. That's complete right side to Komet. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the gun, here's Williams. And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Back to throw, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's Samuel. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready, ready.
Purdy now to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd down and 3.
18, Pioneer. Ready, go. Ready.
Throwing is Williams. He'll get this off. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Rolling to his right. The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Williams with a little touch pass forward. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To the air, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Then nobody heard me. I was yelling. That was stupid.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point.
I'm sleepy now.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
That's me, baby. Just a little sweet pumpkin boy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Purdy winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Allen's got it, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, my God.
A Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Purdy. They'll roll him out right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing here, Purdy.
Ooh, intercepted, man.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
Yes.
And this is going to be intercepted. Woo! Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Flush to his right.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now 1st and goal. And they'll go with a ground attack here. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On play action, here's Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Santos' kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Purdy to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Purdy to throw. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. To throw is Purdy. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Throwing, Purdy. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
To throw, it's Williams. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Let's go. 70 Rangers, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, go.
Looking to throw is Williams. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw, Williams.
No.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football, and probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in for the score.